Eating carbs at night. See, here's the deal. There is nothing wrong with eating carbs at night. The reason why people think you should not eat carbs at night is because there were some meathead bodybuilders that were not scientific in the 1970s and 80s and 90s and 2000s and yesterday and this morning that promote the idea that as we eat carbs for energy, we have to use those carbs, and if we don't use those carbs, they get stored as fat. What these people don't realize is that we are always storing fat and always burning fat at the same time. Fat is continuously getting stored and put into the fat storage cells in our body, and that's constantly being pulled out and used for energy. In and out, all the time. This happens every day, every minute, every second. It's constantly happening in our bodies. The key is to pull more out and burn more fat than we actually put in, and that happens with a calorie deficit. It does not matter when we eat those carbs. It doesn't matter how frequently we eat the carbs. We don't burn more fat when we eat carbs more often throughout the day, or more meals throughout the day, or split our calories in a certain way. It doesn't matter if we stop eating carbs at 8 o'clock at night, or 7, or midnight, or when the sun goes down, or before we go to bed, or an hour before we go to bed. All of that is BS science from the 1980s that never was really scientifically founded in the first place. It doesn't stop coaches from giving bad information. It doesn't stop coaches from telling their clients stop eating carbs because if you don't exercise, if you don't use those carbs up, they're going to be stored as fat. See, these are just bad coaches that don't know what they're talking about, that don't have scientific explanations for the things that they assign to their clients. If you ever have a coach tell you to stop eating carbs after a certain time, run. There's no reason to listen to that coach. It is obviously something that they are not qualified to talk about. So here's the deal. Eat your carbs when you want to, whenever you want to, how often you want to. It does not matter if you eat carbs once a day, 10 times a day. It does not matter if you stop eating your carbs at midnight or stop eating your carbs at noon. Here's the key. If you want to know how to know when to stop eating your carbs, it's when you hit your macros. Soon as you've hit your carb allotment for the day, you're done. You're done eating your carbs soon as you've reached your carb allotment for that particular day. Simple as that. Don't buy into the hocus pocus. Don't buy into the voodoo and the hype. All you have to do is hit your macros, guys. Doesn't matter how often. It doesn't matter what time. Just hit them and you are going to lose weight. 100% guaranteed. Remember, IIFYM, it works 100% of the time for 100% of the people that follow it. There are no exceptions.